We created a machine, and the oil was starting. We were energy independent. We were within 4 months of energy dominance. We were going to be supplying all of the natural gas and oil to Europe, all of it as far as I was concerned. Remember, I was the one that stopped Putin from building his pipeline. I got it stopped. When Biden came in, he approved it. I said, this guy just approved it. Goes to Germany and other parts of Europe. I said, this is a disaster. The infrastructure was there. The oil guys were there. We were going to make so much money as a country. You look at Saudi Arabia. You look at the wealth that they built. We have more oil than they do. I got Anwar approved in Alaska. It's as big or bigger than Saudi Arabia. The first day of the Biden administration, they terminated the deal. Ronald Reagan tried to do Anwar. He was unsuccessful doing it. Bush tried. Everybody tried to do it, all for years and years, for 60 years. I got it done. It was all done. They're getting ready to drill, and Biden ended it.
It's all true. Donald Trump ripping into President Biden's oil agenda last night with Bret Baier, accusing him of destroying any progress made on the push for energy independence in America. Look where we're at. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem joins us now. Governor, it's what would have been, and Anwar has not been developed. Is there anything we can do to change that? Because the American people are not on board with high gas and oil prices.
We need a new president. We need a new president in the White House that makes very different decisions. And President Trump is exactly right. He did shut down Anwar right away. He also killed the Keystone Pipeline on day one in office. That was going to come through South Dakota and help us through the middle of the country get the resources that we need to run our industries. And the fact of the matter is that we're stronger when we're energy independent, when we produce our own food in this country. And Joe Biden has made both of those much more vulnerable.
All right, President Xi Jinping, a dictator, as you know, called by the president a dictator yesterday, not the best diplomacy. The president also said when it comes to the balloon that the President Xi was embarrassed by it and had no idea it was there and was angry that it was shot down. And according to the intelligence community, that was the intelligence that not should have been said publicly. Can you imagine if Trump did that?
I can't. It's such a double standard. And listen, you know, President Biden has no idea how to conduct diplomacy. He says crazy stuff that hurts relationships, that keeps us from securing our country. And now that they're building a training base at Cuba and have the intention to do that, that jeopardizes our national security to an even greater extent. It's why I've continuously talked about the fact that we have resources in the middle of this country is where we should be putting our security operations. We have been doubling and tripling our cybersecurity training university so that we can have those protections that being in the middle of this country provides. We don't have Russian subs and ships conducting surveillance off of the coasts of South Dakota. We're protected by our own people. We don't have bases on Cuba that are a threat to us. So we've been training the NSA employees here in South Dakota. We've been putting in security operations at our Air Force Base, knowing that the safest part for a lot of our security information is in the middle of our country, not out on the coast anymore.
But this can't stand. 100 miles off our border, a failed government, communist government, and they'll do training right off our border. Their comeback is, well, you have Taiwan, you militarize Taiwan. Why don't I militarize Cuba? What's your response?
Well, it should be unacceptable, absolutely. It shouldn't surprise us. And I think that our reaction right away should be to protect our country. Move our necessary security operations to the middle of the country so that we have them protected by our people, by our landmass. This isn't a new thought. We've talked about doing it for years. We need strong action. Right. And then we need to go out there and make sure we're shutting down that camp and not allowing it that close to the United States of America.
That can't stand, and that's a no-brainer. How do you talk to China and that not come up? Meanwhile, Governor Noem, domestically, you have a mission, and that's to fill some of the thousands of jobs that you have open. Here's the ad that you're releasing. Listen.
South Dakota's hiring. As the first state to bounce back from the pandemic, we've got one of the nation's strongest economies and more jobs than we can fill. That's why I'm pitching in.
Right. So you need people with skills.
We do. Brian, we've got the lowest unemployment in our state that we've had in the history of the nation. So everybody in South Dakota gets up and goes to work every day, and that's wonderful. That's why our population is growing at 10 times the national average. Incomes are going up faster than anywhere else. People are thriving. But I still have empty jobs. So we're doing a national recruitment campaign to people to come to South Dakota if they want to work hard, make more money, live in safe communities, that we will plug them into businesses and industry and give them their skill set right on the job today.
How great is that?
It's an incredible partnership. It's amazing because they're going to end up being licensed plumbers and welders, dental hygienists. We've got hundreds of teachers that are signing up to be trained in the classroom to be certified teachers. Just go to freedomworkshere.com and you'll be able to get all the information. freedomworkshere.com is where all of those individuals will get the chance to really see the opportunities we can provide in South Dakota.
All right, there you go. Mount Rushmore's there, and Governor Kristi Noem will not take your state tax dollars, and she'll also might be your teacher when it comes to welding or plumbing.
That's true.
All right, she is multi-talented. Governor Noem, thanks so much.
Thank you, Brian. Have a great day.
You too.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.